The Dialogues Across the Seas project started in 2018 with the aim of promoting a constructive transdisciplinary dialogue regarding the climate impact on marine environments. In 2021, the United Nations proclaims a decade of ocean science for sustainable development to pursue solutions and to foster connections among people through the oceans and the seas. Water is a prevalent chemical compound on Earth. The theory of biogenesis posits that life originating on Earth in primordial liquids, likely on the ocean floor. But water is intrinsically linked to life. Plants, animals, and microorganisms consist of a minimum of 50% water. Oceans and seas play a fundamental role in Earth's climate cycle, since they absorb about a quarter of the CO2 emissions produced by human activities, one of the main causes of the greenhouse effect and global temperature rising. This increases the volume of water and consequently the level of ocean and seas, submerging coastal areas and islands. Seas and oceans have consistently served as both obstacles to human movements and conduits linking disparate and remote cultures. Sea levels, which have fluctuated over millennia, and glaciations have facilitated migrations, enabling Homo sapiens to traverse continents and establish settlements. Through history, seas and oceans have served as barrier of geographical separation while simultaneously fostering cultural, historical, social and economic connections among people and nations. This is especially applicable to coastal settlements and urban areas that rely heavily on maritime resources and associated activities. Currently, technology of distance, such as the Internet, facilitate connections among cultures and individuals. However, for centuries, boats and oceans served as long-distance communication systems, enabling travel beyond the limitations of terrestrial routes. Maritime routes have existed since the inception of human civilization, facilitating the exchange of goods and ideas across the seas, linking disparate peoples, fostering shared knowledge, and establishing social, economical, and cultural dialogues. But they have also produced profoundly negative action and behaviors. Colonization has oppressed native populations, subjugating, plundering, and annihilating their cultures. Recently, mass migration have compelled millions to traverse seas and oceans at great personal risk due to climate, political, and economic challenges in pursuit of more favorable living conditions. In addition to surface navigation, dialogues across the sea also occur due to the extensive network of submarine cables laid on the seabed, which enable data transmission. Today, a significant amount of information circulates through these channels worldwide, enabling communication among continents, nations, cities, cultures, and individuals. The importance of these networks in our present age of uncertainty and conflict is demonstrated by the persistent sabotage to undermine them and hinder dialogues. An additional significant aspect pertains to maritime trade routes. Today, approximately 80% of goods are transported by sea. However, many regions globally are experiencing conflict, rendering certain routes challenging or unfeasible. Consequently, longer and slower routes must be used that impact economies and cultures. Finally, climate change-induced transformations can affect maritime connections, creating new pathways. The melting of extensive Arctic ice regions has rendered the northern polar navigation route technically viable, shortening the distance between continents and regions, along with all associated negative issues. Thank you for your attention.